Whenever the Marvel Rivals team puts out a new character or cosmetic, there are meltdowns over it because there are people out there who say that it's a GoOnErS game and the developers are only objectifying their female characters, and that same exact thing is now happening with Squirrel Girl's latest summer costume. I have a few different things to show off, but before I get into the topic, if you enjoy the content I create, check out the links in the description, join the community in my live streams, and consider supporting through Patreon or YouTube memberships. Now, of course, we have known for weeks at this point that they were going to be doing some big summer events. They brought back the Swimsuit edition for the comics after 30 years of being shelved. And we didn't know exactly which characters were going to get new cosmetics and which characters were going to be added to the game by that point. But now we're starting to get sneak peeks, and Squirrel Girl is first up on the list. They've highlighted this new outfit for her and her MVP screen, and there are meltdowns over this, not particularly shocking at this point, which is just so pathetic because we are talking about characters that are fictional in a game where they're doing things like sending hordes of squirrels at enemies and going invisible and flying around. So you would think, oh no, a character being in a swimsuit, wouldn't that be that big of a deal? But to some people, it is. So this is the official post by the Marvel Rivals X account. It says, beach, summer, and always battle ready. You like the new outfit? I know everyone else is getting all gussied up for the gala tonight, but I think hitting the beach is more my style. The sun-kissed coast never looked as good as Squirrel Girl's Sunshine Squirrel costume, appearing for the first time in Marvel Rivals Season 2. She's been playing it cool all year, but this is her perfect time to shine. Now, of course, this looks really phenomenal. I'm personally not a Squirrel Girl player, so I will not be getting any use out of this, but I think that she looks really, really cute. It's really fitting, and it doesn't even show a lot of skin. Like, she's wearing shorts. She's got all of this different, like, mesh on her arms and all of these different designs. Like, it looks really fantastic. In my opinion, it's not overtly showy. It's not like she's in a bikini, right? Even if she was, it's a game, so it shouldn't actually matter. But because they decided to show off this skin and also highlight her best assets like her thick thighs and of course her butt here, this has caused a lot of people to freak out. Now, there are plenty of gamers out there who are saying it looks fantastic and they will definitely be swiping their credit card on this, but you can't please everybody, and this is something that a lot of developers are going to need to learn. Luckily, the Marvel Rivals team understands this. They don't really hold back what they think is going to make money. They don't self-censor from what we've seen. They are not listening to the sensitive snowflakes on social media. They're just creating what they believe is going to bring in the most cash and what is going to interest the most people. And, well, clearly this strategy has worked for them so far, given they've made hundreds of millions of dollars off of this game, and it's got tons of attention and its player count is holding steady. There are people calling this a GoOnErS game and a GoOnErS skin, saying the developers are ruining this experience. It is absolutely crazy just how much her butt takes up a good chunk of the screen. Like, be for real. I'm gonna get wrecked by a Squirrel Girl, and that'll be what I'm seeing after losing GoOnErS ass game. Imagine being so bothered by a lady in a video game having a butt. It just really makes no sense to me. Listen, I like the new Squirrel Girl skin, but God, I hate the MVP. It feels like every single bit of her personality was just ignored because of GoOnErS, Bateman. WTF. Absolutely love the new Squirrel Girl beach skin, but I'm also devastated now I have to watch ugly GoOnErS men sexualize her on my timeline. She doesn't want you. She likes girls. It's always so hilarious to me when people claim that they know a fictional character better than other people. Like, oh, she wouldn't want you. I can't believe that you guys are going to objectify her like this. It's like they're claiming this character for themselves, which is so crazy to me. It just goes to show that you really are the mentally ill one here, nobody else. There's also people bringing up the fact that Overwatch had previously removed an entire victory pose because of controversy due to Tracer having her butt in it, which is just so funny that these types of skins and characters have been bothering sensitive snowflakes on social media for years. They cannot accept the fact that sometimes you're going to have sexy feminine ladies and hunky masculine men, and that is not a bad thing. Sexy sells, and at the end of the day, we are talking about a company and creatives who need to sell copies of their game or outfits in the game, and they need to make as much money as possible, and they're daring to listen to their customers, and that's not an offensive thing. Now, of course, I've talked about Marvel Rivals and the GoOnErS controversy many times. Every time a character or a skin ends up releasing, there's someone complaining about it somewhere. This was the last controversy back at the beginning of April when Emma Frost joined the game because people were trying to say that she was GoOnErS bait. Is she too sexualized, or do people just not read the comics, which is such a funny headline to me because it's true. Plenty of these characters have had very revealing skins in the comics. They've had all of these different revealing outfits, and sometimes their body proportions are a little bit more exaggerated as time goes on, and that's not a negative thing. It says Emma Frost has been a fan favorite Marvel character for decades, and a lot of people are excited that she's going to be a playable character in Marvel Rivals. Ever since her reveal, though, there have been some complaining about how over-sexualized the character is, making comparisons to her appearance in Fortnite. What they don't understand is that's kind of the huge point about Emma's character. Ever since Frost had been revealed in the game, a lot had been talking about her appearance and debating on jiggle physics and her thick thighs. Here's just one of the many posts. And yes, they were showing off the Fortnite example, which looks wildly different. The Fortnite model is attractive too, but not over-sexualized. It's because in Marvel Rivals, they can get away with more than they can in Fortnite. The Marvel Rivals skin is just as accurate to her character. What some fans don't realize about the character of Emma Frost is that her sex appeal is kind of key to her character in the comics, and also part of what made her so popular, not just with straight men, but people who are also pro-LGBTQ as well. If anything, Emma's penchant for all kinds of outfits has become very signature to the character, and some even justify that the exposed skin is also done to show off her diamond form in the comics. Even Colossus ends up looking extra spicy when he's not covered in metal like he usually is, though there are some people who like to defend Emma Frost's use of sexuality in the comics. The people who do complain about her getting over-sexualized are not entirely wrong, it says. For a good long while, Emma, in fact, every woman character in comics was designed with the male gaze in mind and was hyper-sexualized around the 2000s. So, okay, it's all right when a character is over-sexualized when LGBTQ individuals want her to be, but it's not okay when straight men would dare to ask to look at an attractive female character. This is why I do not trust the access and media, right? Because then they come out with takes like this that, oh, she needed to be more of a feminist icon and she needed to be a little bit toned down. But at the same time, it's not GoOnErS bait. But regardless, I don't think that it's GoOnErS bait, and many other people don't either. You can appreciate a sexy, feminine character in a video game and not instantly be accused of jerking it to her. That should not be what is on everybody's minds. And this skin is already well loved by the community, not just because it is meme material, not just because it's highlighting all of her best assets, but because it does just look like a really good, nice, well thought out skin. So it will be interesting over the next few weeks to see how people react to this and what other swimsuit and summer edition skins we get in this game, because I'm sure that there are going to be much more revealing ones and ones that cause way larger meltdowns. But that's all that I really had to discuss in this video. Let everyone know your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this, give it a like, and if you didn't, give it a dislike. I appreciate your support either way, but I'll talk to you all again in the next video really soon.